What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mac. This is my YouTube channel, How to Heal. And today's video will start off with the traditional stretching. We're going to switch up the stretching actually. Let's go for some big reaches, camera looks. Maybe some blue steels for any Zoolander fans out there. So today's video is actually basically a conversation I had earlier, a really nice conversation I had about pride. Because pride is something I've been questioning a lot of recently. I see pride as, it can be good because you feel good in the moment when you're proud of something you've done, an accomplishment, but I think ultimately pride can kind of be a double-edged sword, because when there isn't something you're super proud about, you can feel, when there's a lack of pride, you can almost feel shame. There's kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum there that are always in way. And the other issue with pride is I think it really feeds the ego, which just kind of gets hungrier and hungrier, can tend to snowball and get out of control. And then you're acting from a place of selfishness, not concerning of others, and it can become a pretty big issue. So with pride, it can be difficult just because it leads to a sense of importance and superiority over other people. So the conversation I was having earlier today was basically about someone being very proud of the people they work with. They're proud of how well they communicate, how well they work, how kind these people are. And I think this is a great thing. Like, if there is something to be proud about, I feel that this is a wonderful option of something to be proud about. Not to draw a comparison, but it's definitely better than being like, I'm super proud of my Lamborghini, because no one's got a Lamborghini like this, and no one's got a huge ass mansion, and like all this stuff, right? Where it's blatant like superiority and sense of importance in the self over someone else. The difficulty with that is superiority in the self kind of leads inevitably to belittling others, right? So getting back to the topic, I don't necessarily think it's bad. I think it's the better of two evils if you're comparing the car between proud of great people you work with. But this kind of led to a conversation of, okay, but what if you want to speak about more positive things? Like, I'm super proud of the people I work with. I'm super proud of how positive this person's been, how kind they've been. I thought to myself, yeah, this doesn't really seem like a bad thing innately. Like, it's a lot of positive conversation. It's taking a conversation into a really nice direction, as opposed to maybe complaining about the news or other things. So I don't think it's something you want to remove entirely if you're going to converse. But I think a better option, we came to the conclusion a better option might be to be grateful for these things. And the person I was speaking with made an excellent point of pride seems external, whereas gratitude is more internal. Pride is I associate with these things that I perceive as better, right? Like the people I work with are the best people, and I work with the best people, right? That kind of and if I work with the best people, then the other people who work are inevitably below. That's not necessarily the intention, but that's kind of a result of this pride. Whereas being grateful is more cultivating a sense of peace, a sense of contentment and gratitude, being happy. I'm really grateful to be able to work with these people. I'm really grateful to be surrounded in such kindness. And I think when you focus on more gratitude, you're going to get more of that as well, kind of the law of attraction there. And if we're to still have these positive conversations when we're talking with people, and we want to still focus on the good things, the kind people in our lives, if you take two different examples, if you are proud and you come to the table with, I'm really proud of these people, it's a good conversation relative to some of the ones we've previously discussed. But I feel that it can also very subtly turn into something that really takes away from what we're trying to build, a positive conversation. Because you may bring this pride, and then someone kind of feels like, oh wow, they've got a lot going on for them. I gotta talk about the things I'm proud about. Well, like, I'm proud about all these things I did, right? And then they come back with, well, I'm proud about A and I'm proud about B, and it can almost turn into a bickering, a back and forth, a conflict, and people trying to check each other's ego and one up each other, ultimately resulting in conflict or insecurity. Whereas, if Alfie agrees, if you heard that little wolf going, whereas gratitude in that conversation, it cultivates a conversation more on gratitude. People are like, wow, yeah, that's amazing to have these people in our lives. I'm grateful for these people as well. I'm grateful for maybe this conversation, the peace this conversation has brought to me. Or even just sitting and being content with the conversation at hand. I don't think gratitude facilitates the same kind of competition as pride does. So I think it ultimately results in a lot more internal peace and acceptance, but still an ability to focus and talk about something really positive and engage with people on that. So, a bit all over the place with that video, but hopefully the point is there. Gratitude, more internal, acceptance, peace, still very positive. Pride can kind of stir up a bit of conflict and also pain when you can't keep up with this self-pride and this need to be really important, right? When you're not the most important thing, you're going to be fighting to be, or you're going to be kind of in pain, feeling like you're not as much as you want to be, and guilt and shame and all these things. So you can pick, if you're aware of this, which one do you want to focus on, right? It might look cool or feel cooler to be super proud of all these things and feel important, but internally, I don't think you're going to have the same level of peace. At least I've found I don't have the same level of peace at all when I'm being proud of myself or building my my sense of self-importance, as opposed to just being really grateful and accepting what is and happy. And gratitude just brings more things to be grateful for, right? You get what you focus on. So let me know how that works for you guys, if you guys found any benefit from this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things you want to talk about, you can put it somewhere down here. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.